ladies and gentlemen. Uh, how is everybody today? I hope you're doing okay. I hope you know that Jesus loves you. First things first, I want to talk about Jesus. Jesus has been such an impact in my life, and like such a big thing in my life. And I don't know how to say this, but he's helped me a lot. Just having, because me having anxiety and stuff, and, when people, let me tell you something, you guys. If there's anybody out there that's got, depression or anything, call on Jesus, please. Just please do it, because even though if you're not religious, you will be religious. If you call on Jesus, you will be religious, because I'm telling you, man. Oh, I nearly spilt. I'm going to bring up in this video our government, and I want to bring up the fact that our world's coming to a close, the end times. Now, I know I've spoke about this a couple times on the channel. What the end times is about is God coming back and saving us from all evil and sending the people that are bad to hell and sending the good people to his kingdom. Now, I'm not saying that I'm probably going to be sent to the kingdom. I'm probably going to be sent. I'm most likely going to be sent to his kingdom, because I'm not, I'm not really, I don't fancy being an, I get mean sometimes, because if somebody gets in my face and threatens me, then, yeah, I draw the line. That's where I kind of draw the line with that, because I don't want to be treated like that. Nobody wants to be treated like that. Nobody does. Nobody wants to be treated like garbage, especially me. I don't want to be I don't treat anybody like garbage. I might maybe, call people things, but, that's just for joking around. Like, if people know that, you're gonna, I've been dealing with bullies my whole life, and I've won 2 fights. When I was in kindergarten, I was really tough back then. I'm still tough now. I haven't gotten to a fight since for kindergarten. The last fight I was in was when I was in about, I don't even know, like, maybe even, kindergarten. What I did was, there's a kid named Zayden. He thought that he was the crap. He thought that he was going to get away with everything. And he was hitting people. He was hitting me. He would talk back to the teachers. He would, and finally I thought, that this is when schools weren't bad. This is when schools were actually good. I decided on something, okay? I decided that, okay, there's a point in life where you're like, okay, this has got to stop. Okay, you're at a point now where I was at a point where I was fed up with it. I couldn't, because I wasn't getting hit at home or anything like that. So I wouldn't obviously be like, I never got hit, barely, with my mom and dad, and they never hit me. So I was really, when he used to hit me like that, I was really like, why? Why would you do that? I get disciplined, but I won't get beat just unmercifully. And he was on, so we had a thing that went like this. It was like a big thing with a big thing that went around like this. And he would go on there like this. He would hold on to it like this, and he would jump up, and he would, like, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I could only do it like a couple times. I was bad at that. But yeah, he freaking. I mean, okay. First, I'm gonna get to the point here. Okay, he was right where I was telling you. He was like, okay, I was at a fence, okay? He was like maybe like 10 feet away from me, maybe, or both. 10 feet away from me. There's a big fence there's a bunch of grass, and then it gets into the wood chips and stuff like that so, I when he was like this, so he was in actually, because the thing was sideways like this. He was going, so he was like this on the side, in front of me, facing me. And what I did was I got my fist right here, okay? I lined it up with my chest, and I ran really fast, and I hit him in the gut. I went to go hide. I went to go hide, and they found me. Evidently, they found me. I was hiding in one of the in the playground area where you can open a door and you can go inside of it. And it's like a little seating area. People can sit in there and stuff and have a good time and everything else. But I had more marks on me than he did. From him hitting me, because he could have got charges pressed on him for that. He could have, he could have got in trouble. I could have gotten in trouble. I mean, I was in trouble more than he was, okay? And he was hitting everybody. He was talking back to the teachers. They could have at least thanked me, even though you're not supposed to get into that kind of stuff, let the teachers do it. But I mean, okay, and then I had a first fight. I know this was kindergarten, but believe me, I was strong back then, considering I'm gonna get to my other half of the story here, with one of my cousins. There's another kid, his name was Thaddeus. I'm sure a lot of you know who this is. I'm sure a lot of you have heard me talk about this. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to help my throat here so I'm not when I got off the bus every single day, he would run at me, okay, because we lived in the same neighborhood, okay? I lived in a trailer park. When the bus dropped us all off, that was basically all the kids, okay? And then they drove. What he did was he put my face in the snow and rubbed my face in the snow. Okay, that happened like maybe let's say probably like 6 times maybe. So what I did in the springtime, I was a kid. I know. I was a kid. I took a stick as big as my hand here, as big as my little hands were. I took a big stick, like this size. My hands were just itty bitty like that, probably. I mean, the hole that I was probably making was probably like this, or like this, and I had a big hole like this, a big, What I did was I grabbed that stick and I frickin' hit him in the face with it. And oh no, I went to the house. And his mom came to our house. She was like, "What you do to my son? Your son hit my son in the nose. What you do to my son? You hurt my son." And my mom's like, "He deserved it." I was like, "Yeah, he deserved it. He was my dad was actually laying in bed that time, and he was like, "What's going on?" And he's like, and then my mom's like, Nick finally defended himself. Nick finally, I told my mom and dad what's been happening because I don't even think I'd been telling them. I don't know. That was such a long time ago. I can't remember. There's also my cousin. Her name's Sophie. Oh my gosh. Do you ever just feel the need to just punch yourself in the face for saying something stupid? Saying somebody's stupid name? She was really stupid. And let me tell you something else. She was horrible. I am telling you something. She would go out of her way to ruin my day. I'm not even joking you. I would be down here minding my own business. I would be down here not doing anything. I'm just getting on the bowling side here. Like a bowling type, and then I'll get to the other stuff I want to get to. I'm just telling stories here. We were like, I would be down here playing with Legos, and she'd come down. She'd come down with her friend, Charlotte. She'd come down. I'd be like, oh, okay. She said, oh, your mom said I could come down to hang out with you. So, I mean, technically I didn't have anything to say about it. She would come down, I'd have a whole thing built. She'd come down and she'd smash it, and then she'd walk home. She did that once, and I called her mom, or she, used, this damn cat spray or something like that, I think it was, and she hit me with it or something like that. My mom, oh, hell. My mom raised hell. My mom went up there. She lives that's my window right there. She lived in that house she lived by me. And, well, she doesn't anymore. She lives in a mental institution or something. I don't know. Hopefully. Oh, my mom got frickin' mad. I tell you something. My mom hit her. She actually frickin' beat her with it, I think. I don't know what happened. But she must have been like, Daddy, Alyssa, Nick's mom, she hit me with a spray can. And then her dad got mad at my mom. Daddy's little girl. And I'm not even joking you. Daddy's little girl is true. Because she frickin' knew, okay, every single time that I got in trouble was going to be in front of her dad. Okay? She knew that if she could tell on me, her dad would believe anything she would tell him. Oh my gosh. I'm not even joking you. Okay, we were playing in the mud. We were both playing in the mud one time. I'm not even joking you. This is so many years ago. But we were in the mud puddle, right between our house, her house, and my house. We're in my what is now the driveway that separates my house and my uncle's house. We were playing in the mud. Okay, I was getting my hands, she was getting all muddy. She told her dad that I was playing in the mud. You could clearly see she was playing in the mud. You could clearly see that. He came out there with a frickin' rake. He came chasing me down the damn yard. He came all the way across, all of me a circle. I ran in that house as fast as I could. And boy, did I not do that again. That was the scariest part of my life. And you know what's even worse about her? When her friends came over, okay? Let's say one of her friends came over, right? And she would, she would make it so that I would come and spend the night at her house. Okay, well, I'll come in. She asked, well, you want to spend the night in my house? Okay. She's gonna see this video and she's not gonna like it, but I don't care. She's gonna laugh at this one, or she's gonna remember this one. I know it was horrible. I loved her. I still do love her, but when I used to spend the night, she had friends over. Oh my gosh, that was a pain in the ass. Oh my gosh, I would be sleeping, and at the middle of the night, they'd be throwing markers at my head. They'd be throwing everything. I'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you throwing markers at me? I didn't mean to say hell. I'm getting overreacting here. Why would you be throwing markers at me? I mean, why? Why would you be throwing markers at me? And she said, shut up, Nick. You're going to wake up my dad. Says the one that's throwing markers at me. Because, her dad was a trucker. He had to get up in the morning or something like that. He had to get up in the morning and do something. I don't know. I don't think he really needed as much sleep as he did because he woke up every morning at like 6 or 7. And I mean, I would... I want to understand her sometimes because her and her friend would be standing out in the window. I'm not even joking. They'd be standing out in the window or standing in the sliding door and throw markers at my head. And, that's really funny to say because I'm trying to not laugh. But they would throw markers at my head. And I'm not even joking you. And I would be like, what are you doing? I mean... And and I don't understand why they did that. So, and then a lot of times too, like, 3 a.m. challenges, she would be like, well, we're gonna do 3 a.m. challenges whether you like it or not. And she'd always be like, well, I'd always be like, well, I don't really want to. And she said, well, I don't care. She would be so mean to me. I mean, she put me through a lot of hell. But let's face it here. I think I was put through more hell than anybody and any cousin that's ever lived. I think I was put through more frickin' hell than I can count. Because I can just count as many times she was mean to me, more times than she was nice to me. I'm not even joking you. Like, she would get me in trouble for no reason. She'd tell on me. I'd tell on her. Okay, I was a tattletale back then. Because she was very bad, and I had to tell on her because if I didn't, nothing would change. And that's why I do tell on people because then it changes. It doesn't, and then it doesn't happen ever again. There would be a time, if she was still around, that I'd snap. I'd finally snap. If she was doing that to me now, I obviously would not care. I would not acknowledge her. I wouldn't be around her. I mean, any time she'd come down here and annoy the hell out of me, and then be like, well, Nick was doing this, and she was just like a baby. She didn't grow up. Like she never grew up. She was always tattling on me. She was always showing off to her friends how tough she was. She was always beating up my friends. Okay, I had a friend named Dawson coming over. When he came over, okay, we were okay. Her friend came down and started a fight with us. What's the point of coming down and starting a fight with me when you got your friend? I mean, obviously her friend didn't do crap, because if she did, she'd probably be in more trouble than Sophie was. They didn't do much to discipline her. Her mom and dad didn't, and I really wish they did more, because if they did, she wouldn't have been like that. And I can already tell you one thing: she had a horrible life before that. I think that there was something before when she lived in a trailer house, where There we have there's a land like about a mile, like about 2 miles, about like probably a mile from where I am. Um, it's like some girl died or something like that, and it's really haunted. And demons are a thing. The devil is a thing, and it was very bad there. And I think that she got a hold of something, but because she was just a kid, kids don't know any better, and I just bullying is a big thing for me. I know I was gonna talk about evolution and all that, but I just don't want to. I was gonna bring up the bullying side of my life. She was so horrible to me, and I loved her, but at the same time I didn't, because she would find ways to make my life miserable. She'd find ways to, and I'm sure she regrets that. I'm sure she doesn't want that. But even when we did let her back in our lives about 2 years ago in 2023, she booked it. Like after she had my mom and dad, my mom and grandma pay out of their caboose to help her. When she found a foster home, she was done with us. She didn't want us anymore. She didn't want anything to do with us, and I totally agree with that. Like, get away from us. Get away. Go somewhere where there's no evil. Like, I totally agree with her. And I'm gonna get into why that whole thing started. Next video. I just want to talk about more of my family and stuff. She's not in my family anymore, so I'm not worried about it, and I'm not blood related to her, so I don't really care. She's the least of my worries, honestly. If we ever got into a fight now, she would be dead ass beat. I'm not even joking, we ever got into a fight now, she wouldn't win against me nowadays. I'm so smart, I'm so dedicated in my brain. When I was little, I wasn't very smart because, she would, how easy it was for me, though, to beat her ass when when we were on the trampoline and she was with her friend and stuff. I'd beat her. I mean, she wouldn't even try. And I shouldn't have said ass. I'm sorry, that's a donkey. I'm very sorry that's offensive to the donkey family. I'm very sorry. So yeah, I don't have anything against her. I don't have she's not in my life anymore, so I don't have a problem with her. Just talking about all the bullying in my life and what happened in my life, is a story that I can probably tell for about decades, and it'll never get old because it's such a cool story, and I probably will be making a story on my family because of how good it is. My family's twisted. My family's twisted. My family's good and my family's bad. My family has addictions, and part of my family don't have addictions. I don't have addictions. I don't do any drugs. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke vapes. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do anything like that because I drink LaCroix water. And if I was, you could tell. If I was doing that stuff, you guys could tell. Because I wouldn't be the same person I am now. I got the Holy Spirit in me, and that's all I need for what for my perspective on things. I love my life. I love myself. I love everybody. I love Jesus, and Jesus loves you. And Jesus doesn't love some of us. He doesn't love many. He doesn't. He loves all of us. He loves all of us. I love all of you for coming from my heart. Coming from my heart, I love everybody. And part of the reason of that is because I just have a free spirit, and I love my life, and I can't do nothing but give love, and that's why I don't hate her, my cousin. I don't hate any of them that I talked about today. I hope all went well for them during their life, and I hope they didn't end up somewhere bad, and I hope everything goes well for my cousin Sophie. I just, I wanted to talk about it because, it's something that's just in the past. It's fine. I mean, I don't really care. I love her with all my heart. I really do. And I pray for her every single day that she get better and that because people need prayers, even though they might not seem like they do. And I mean, I seen her at the fair this year, at our fair, and because I haven't seen her for a year at least, and I just hope the best for her because she's in a foster home. She doesn't got any of us to go to, and I just hope the best for her. So I hope the best for all of you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.